Hello everyone! Today we're going to be talking about solving multi-step inequalities. So here, just like when we're solving equations, we're going to go through the same steps, but here we do need to be careful on looking out for when we're dividing or multiplying by a negative number, because that means we're going to have to flip our inequality. So looking at number 1, I have 5x plus 2 is less than or equal to 2x plus 4. So my first step when I am solving this is I want to get all of my x's on one side. And I like to go ahead and move my smaller x so I can not deal with negative numbers. So I want to subtract 2x from both sides. So 5x minus 2x, I get 3x plus 2 is less than or equal to 4. Next I'll subtract 2 from both sides. So I have 3x is less than or equal to 2. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 3. And so I get that x is less than or equal to 2/3. I'll go ahead and graph that. Since it's less than or equal to, I'm going to have a closed circle, and I want everything smaller than that, so I'm going to draw my arrow to the left. Okay, let's look at this next one. So here I want to get x by itself. I'm going to go ahead and move my minus x to the other side by adding x. And that way I don't have to worry about dividing a negative number. If I were to move the 2x to the other side, I'd have a negative 3x on this side. And then I'm going to have to remember to flip that inequality. So that's why I like to go ahead and move my smaller x value. And so all I have on this side is 4 is greater than 3x plus 10. Subtract 10 from both sides. I get negative 6 is greater than 3x. And I'm going to divide both sides by 3. And so I get that negative 2 is greater than x. But then I do like my variable to go ahead and be on the left-hand side. So I'm going to move my x to the left, my negative 2 to the right, and then I need to flip my inequality. And so I get that x is less than negative 2. And now to graph that, go ahead and do my 2 or 3 tick marks. Here I have a strictly less than, so I'm going to have an open circle, and then I want everything less than it, so I want to draw my arrow to the left. Okay, number 3 is a little bit more complicated. Here I have parentheses, so I always want to do my distribution first. So I'm going to multiply 3 times x, and I get 3x. 3 times negative 2, and I get negative 6. Minus 4x is greater than negative 2x minus 6. Next I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms. So 3x minus 4x, I get negative x minus 6. Now I have a couple options. I'm going to go ahead and move my negative 2x to the other side since it's my smaller x term. So negative x plus 2x, I get x minus 6 is greater than negative 6. And then I'm going to add 6 to both sides. So all I have is an x on the left-hand side. Negative 6 plus 6 gets me 0. And so I get that x is greater than 0. And now to graph that, since I have a strictly greater than, I want to do an open circle. And I want everything bigger than it, so I want to draw my arrow to the right. Okay, go ahead and pause the video. I want you to go ahead and try number 4 on your own. When you think you have it, go ahead and press play. So the answer you should have gotten for number 4 was b is less than negative 13. For my work here, I went ahead and showed if I were to move my bigger b value. And so I moved my negative 10 to the other side, and that gets me negative 2b minus 11 is greater than 15. And then we see here, since I end up with a negative coefficient in front of b, when I divide out that negative 2, I do have to remember to flip, and so I get b is less than negative 13.